See, once the master data is converted into business partner, that means the customer is converted into the business partner of credit management, then what additional features we need to add to process the credit? That means how you are going to calculate the customer. So here there is a credit segment is there. What is credit segment? The credit segment is the highest hierarchy node which is used in credit management, FSCM credit management, just like a credit control area which we use in FI.
Controlling part.
Yeah. So just like you can say in controlling, the controlling area is the highest hierarchy node. Like that in credit, FSCM credit management, the credit segment is the highest hierarchy node. Then credit limit requested by the customer. How much credit he is requesting? That is most important. Then rating and ranking. So how you are going to take the rating and ranking? So there are two methods are there. One is existing customers we can maintain internally. For new customers we need to import the data. And the customer credit group. That means what type of nature of the customer, whether it is small scale or medium scale or large scale customers, we can divide it. Based on this customer credit group, the organization has their own policies. So based on that policy, we are going to maintain some limits which is defined by the organization and also the scoring. And finally, every data need to integrate to the business partner master data. Then we need to maintain some document class that is also called as on which document basis we are giving the credit. So whether it is from sales and distribution or from FIAR. And finally, we need to update automatic credit control. And whenever you run this, with all these factors, the credit exposure is getting updated in front-end application. How much credit we can give to the customer. And these data will be flow to the FI system. Now, yesterday we discussed regarding to the concept of master data synchronization. In today's session, I am going to discuss about, so this credit risk monitoring. You can say credit risk monitoring items or credit credentials you can say. Let us run the customer once again. And Suresh, just intimate to Mr. Rao also. So I got the server details.
Okay.
So, and your details as well as Rao details also. Once I will check after the sessions and I will forward tonight.
Yeah, okay, Aditya, thank you.
Because before going to deliver, I need to check it first.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
And Deepal, I also, your details also I got it. So once I will check it and I will forward.
Okay. Okay, fine.
So we will wait for 5 minutes because one more person is also going to join. Now the customer is converted into business partner of credit management. What additional factors we need to add? Whatever we have discussed here, so we need to add one by one. So let us discuss one by one. So how to update it and why we are updating. You can easily understand this concept. So here, as I already told you, to add some additional features in credit management to analyze the customer, to issue the credit, we are converting the master data synchronization and we are using the business partner. Here you can see credit segment. Let us go to credit segment first. So then here you can find the credit segment. Normally nothing is to be displayed here. So you want to update the limit defined by the limit requested by the customer. So in that case, so if you want to update the limit requested by the customer, directly it is not possible. So here if you select limit defined, so the system will ask you, first we need to update the credit segment. Let us say. So first the system will ask you, first select a valid credit segment. So what is credit segment and how to update it? So let us come to the point. So here in the backend application, so Ravi, yesterday I had explained about master data synchronization. This is the today's second session. Let us continue. So here in credit risk monitoring, to monitor the risk which is involved by the customer, the first element which we need to update is credit segment. Create credit segment. You can update your own credit segment. Say for example, I am updating as K1 credit segment, currency, exchange rate, and save it. Once the credit segment is updated, immediately come to the front end application to your business partner. Just refresh the business partner once again. So add your segment that what you had maintained. So we maintained as K1 and select the limit defined and enter the total limit requested by the customer. Say for example, he requested 15 lakhs. So enter it and click enter. Then the system will update as requested. So that means the total credit which is requested by the customer. So this is the first step which we need to follow. Credit segment and limit requested by the customer. Then we have a rating and ranking. As I already told you, there are two methods are there for rating and ranking. If you are taking a new customer, say for example, he is a new customer, the rating and ranking is updated by external rating agency and it is transported to SAP system with the help of XA interface. But to integrate the correct customer and also the correct rating procedure, we required some body applications. So here, it's better to note down. When I was explaining, please note down. The second step is to import the correct credit attributes. To import the correct credit attributes into master data of business partner. The following body application need to activate. The following body application need to activate. In brackets, please note down this implementation. JetCL underscore IM, JetCL underscore IM, DNB, JetCL underscore IM underscore DNB underscore CAP.
This is exactly for what?
This is an implementation name. What you need to do is, as a credit specialist, you need to forward this implementation name to your technical team. What they are doing, whenever they activate this body application, so if you go to front end application of business partner, if you go to front end application of your business partner, you can see there is an import column is there. So if you click on this import, automatically whatever the rating and ranking which is issued to the customer, it will update. So if you click on this import data, see it is blinking. So whenever you click on this import data, automatically it will update. I have to do it for 1 second. I already opened this. Already I had opened. So here under general data, you can see import data. So whenever you click on this import data, automatically it will be get reflected as rating and ranking. So to update this external credit information, the body application need to activate. So why? Because is you can find the solution also here. So here, if you do not activate that body application, the system, it is not in position to understand to which business partner the rating and ranking to be get updated. See here, the information from external credit information providers, that means external rating agency, is transferred using B2B XI interface of SAP Credit Management. That means it is going to pull the data from external rating agency with the help of XI interface, and it is updating to the SAP Credit Management. That is fine. But if you want to update the information, transfer into the master record of business partner, that means you are clicking on the import data. Whenever you click on the import data, it is automatically get activated. In order for these rating from external credit information to be stored in correct credit management attribute of your business partner, you have to assign the incoming messages accordingly. So if you want to activate the incoming messages, this body application need to activate. So whenever you activate this body application, you can find the solution here. So here under interface, you can find this fill request parameters, evaluate the answer, that means evaluate the information which is gathered from external rating agency. So then set the description of valuation method for document storage, and SAP Credit Management XI adjusted outgoing rating. So all these things are get activated. So that is the reason this body application need to activate to run the automatic rating. So this is only for new customers, not for existing customers. So for existing customers, what we are doing? So as per our organization, CRM department or FI department, they are going to give the internal rating, and you cannot run this automatic external rating procedure in IDS system. So it is always recommended to maintain internally only. So define rating procedure. Go to new entries. Maintain your own rating procedure. You can maintain anything. Rating. Then select it. Resultant of ratings. Directly we can update it. 01 A as high. 02 B medium. 03 C low. So like this we can update it. Save. This is only manual procedure. So whenever you whatever the things you have updated here, you can directly see in again in master data. Here. To run this. You can see here under rating procedure, you can directly update it. K1 I had updated, and you can take the rating which is updated there, and you can update this. This is manual procedure only. So because we cannot use external rating information to be imported in XI, with the help of XI interface in IDS system. So like this we can update manual procedure for rating. This is the second step. Then, so for manual rating procedure, that means internal rating procedure, body application is not required. Once if you are importing the external rating information only, the body application need to activate. Then come to customer credit group. Based on the buying potentiality of the customer, we are dividing the customer into different groups. So this is just like a text field. We can update this. Please keep it in mute mode. So here, the third step is customer credit group. So you can divide the customers. So such as small, medium customers or large scale customers, or you can say domestic customers, foreign customers. So like that also you can divide. So now, say for example, we have taken 6, 7, 8, which is already implemented in my system. Large scale, small scale and medium scale customers. As per our organization policy, for these customer credit group, so we are giving, that means our organization has fixed some limits. Say for example, for all high profile customers, so the minimum amount limit is 20 lakhs, and all medium customers it is 15 lakhs, and for all small scale customers it is 10 lakhs. So like this they are maintaining some limit. How to update this limit? And also they are going to maintain some scoring points. This is also as per the organization policy, we need to maintain the scoring points to the customer. So what we are going to do is, here you can see define formula. Execute this. Go to new entries. Don't take the standard formulas, because the standard formulas in most of the materials they had explained limit B2B, limit B2C, and score B2B, score B2C. But don't take the existing one. Go to new entries and create your own formula structure. Say K1 underscore limit. You can maintain anything. There is no restrictions at all. Limit to customers. Resultant. Calculation of credit limit. Save it. Then again come back once. Select your formula that what you had maintained. Go to formula builder. Wait a second. Here you can find condition, substitution and exception. In a simple method, condition is nothing but we are dividing the customers into different categories such as high, low, medium. So like that we are dividing. Based on that, we are going to update the amount limit, which is also called as substitution. And exception means if you want to change the limit in future, then it is the exception is useful to you. So here what we need to do is go to create condition. Say all high net worth customers. Again I am creating a condition. Medium net worth customers. Create condition. Low net worth customers. I have taken 3 categories. Now I need to maintain the limit defined by the organization. So if you click on this high net worth customer or a medium or a low, you can find true value, false value. Now select this true value. Click on create substitution. Enter description. Say for example high net worth customers. The limit defined, the total limit defined is 20 lakhs.
This limit is decided by a company now.
Yes, as per their policy, it is decided by the company.
Okay. And from before we decided this is the customer.
Yeah, that is requested by the customer. That you can enter anything.
Okay.
But this is, as per the policy, we need to maintain this.
Okay, this is
So
the concept
here-
part.
In medium net worth customers, I am maintaining as, again substitution. Medium net worth customers. 15 lakhs credit limit. Then for low net worth customers, we are maintaining 10 lakhs credit limit. So this is based on value base. There is another method is also there, formula base. That we will see later once it is clear. So up to credit exposure, I will explain the formula builder also. There is another method is also there. Now, if the customer requested 15 lakhs credit limit, and if his credit groups falls under high net worth customers, so here we had maintained as 20 lakhs. That means 15 lakhs credit limit we can issue it based on their scoring points. So if he requested more than 20 lakhs, that means if he requests 25 lakhs and his credit group falls under high net worth customer, the system will reject it. Why? Because so the limit is restricted up to 20 lakhs. Like that, for medium net worth customers, if the customer credit group falls under medium net worth customers, and if he requested 15 lakhs, which is equal to the limit which is defined by the organization, then the system will accept it. If it is more than 15 lakhs, then the system will reject it. So like this in the case of low net worth customers also. So now, this is the limit which is defined by the organization. Then there is one more implementation is there, which is also called as risk class. So here, the risk classes are already delivered in SAP system, such as no default risk, low default risk, medium default, high value. So like this, it is already defined. But the scoring points, you can change it as per your requirement. So, as per the organization policy, you can maintain the scoring points from and to. But we need to recognize the last scoring point, which is 100 in my example. Then again come to define formula, create one formula, K1 underscore scoring. Here no need to divide the customers, directly we can update it. Scoring for the customers, the resultant is calculation of scoring. Save it once again, come back, select the formula and again go to formula builder. Here directly, no need to divide the customers. So directly you can update the scoring points. So here you can see the scoring points is updated as 100. Okay. This is the thing we have designed. Formula editor. Go to create condition. Scoring for the customers. For this, true value. Take the complete picture into consideration. Scoring for the customers. The total value is 100. In my example, I had taken it. So in your organization, it will change. This is not standard.
100, sorry Aditya, 100 means what? How you will divide the scoring?
No.
How the customer
Scoring
calling the
system
scoring?
will
I
calculate.
don't understand.
Yeah, the scoring, the system will calculate based on all the activities. So here we should not divide the customers, because the point is, so if you divide the customer, the scoring points will in different way. So there is total value of scoring points is 100, which is the final figure. So that we need to update here, because the system automatically calculates the scoring points.
Okay.
Then we need to integrate these two things, because if you want to update this formula or scoring into the business partner, that means master data business partner, it is not possible directly. So that is the reason we need to create a rules for scoring and credit limit calculation that we can update in master data. So here we can see under UKM underscore BP. So here you can see the rules for scoring. So this we can update. Along with this rule, there is a scoring formula which we have defined, it is there, as well as the limit which we have defined, it is there. So what we need to do is to update this, create rules for scoring and credit limit calculation, run it, go to new entries, create a rule. You can create any rule. For this identification purpose, I had given like this. Select this, save it first. For this, yeah. For this rule, what I am going to do is, I am updating the scoring which I had updated in previous step. So go to scoring, click on change, again click on change. You can see the rule. For this rule, whatever the formula I had maintained for the scoring, I am updating here. Then save it first. Again select it. Go to credit limit. New entries. assign the credit segment that what you had maintained. Whatever the credit segment you have designed, assign the credit segment and assign the credit limit formula which you had maintained. Click enter. Save it once again. Again select it. Come to rating procedure selection. Assign the rating procedure that what you had maintained. That means all the things are in one step. Save it. Now, what things we had updated? Just we will recollect. The first thing is I had updated the credit segment. First I converted the customers into business partner. Then I updated the credit segment. Based on the credit segment, I had updated the limit requested by the customer. Then I updated the rating procedure. Then I divided the customer credit group. Then I had maintained one rule. Along with this rule, I had updated the limit defined by the organization and also the scoring defined by the organization. All these things should integrated in master data synchronization. That means, again I am creating one customer for more clarification. Say, I am creating one customer. Say this DLF requested the credit limit. Save it. So as a FI, or you can create in VD01 or you can create in XD01. Whenever you create a customer, you can run this automatically in credit management. So 9501056. Now, as a credit specialist, I am running this UKM_BP. Now you can see the customer is converted into business partner of credit management. Now I am going to add the features which I have designed. Number one, go to change, add your credit segment, limit defined. The customer has requested the total credit limit of 15 lakhs. Run it. Come to general data, credit profile. So we had updated the internal rating procedure because we did not take external rating. A1 rating. Then run it. And I had divided the customers into different groups.
Sorry, Aditya, for here you are mentioning the credit profile, na? K1 and everything external. So you already activated that body also, na?
No. For internal, body application is not required. Just for in real time, when we are importing any data, so whenever you click on the import, automatically the system will take that. To take that automatically, we need to activate the body application. For internal,
Okay, for internal, no requirement.
No. It is not required. Directly you can update it. Say these are large scale customers, and I had updated the risk class. Then I had updated the rule for K1. One second. Should be right. I'll create a customer group also. Yes, refresh it. rating, rating and ranking. We'll update the credit group. Then maintain the rule. So I will tell you to find the solution for this. Okay, the first thing is we need to add the segment. For the segment, we need to limit the define. That means we need to update the requested by the customer, the limit which is requested by the customer. In the second step, we need to add the rating and ranking. So the credit group and also the check rule. So once the check rule is updated, sorry, not check rule, customer credit group, then we need to update the risk class, and finally we need to update the rules for business partner. So we need to add all these features, whatever you have defined. Let us try it. I think some what is not activated. I think one by one I will assign this. But here it is coming. Just credit segment. So there is no issue in credit segment. Rating procedure. No issue. Customer credit group. Rule. Now I had updated all the changes. Okay. So then come to the Excel sheet once again. So we had updated all the factors whatever we required. Number one, we converted the customer and we maintained the credit segment. We had updated the credit limit requested by the customer and we updated the rating and ranking. Then customer credit group, limit defined by the organization and scoring which is integrated with the rule, and everything is integrated to credit segment. That is clear. Then along with this what we required is we required some document value on which document basis we are giving the credit limit, which is also called as credit check. So first we need to update this credit check. Then we need to integrate accounts receivables and sales and distribution. And finally, if you run the automatic credit control, you will get the credit exposure. Now let us come to credit check. What is credit check? Oh, sorry. Please note down this body implementation. Please note down the body implementation. To calculate the formula structure, even in IDS system also it need to activate. To calculate the formula structure, the following body application need to activate. The following body application need to activate. Enhancement spot. Enhancement spot.
Enhancement.
Z formula. FORMULA. Z formula builder. Z formula builder. So here, whenever you activate this body application, add customer defined parameters. That means whatever we had maintained in master data of business partner, and evaluate the customers based on the calculations. That means the rating and ranking, limit requested, as well as the formula which we had maintained. That means the limit and also the scoring, and the system will calculate the credit exposure. So that is the reason we need to activate this body application. then. So now we understand that what is master data, how to convert the customers into business partners of credit management, and how we need to integrate it, why we are integrating it, everything we understand that. Now come to credit limit check. What is credit limit check? As I already told you, we require some documents. Say for example, if it is a new customer, so we require the sales order and also the billing value or delivery value, whatever it may be. That means the sales documents is required. So if you come to accounts receivables, that means for the existing customer, we require some oldest open items. So to integrate this, first we need to update on which basis the system is going to check the document value, which is also called as check rule.
Sorry, Aditya, for this activating body is not required for the internally not required, no? For existing customer? Credit limit check? No, no?
No. Formula parameters and functions is for even in IDS system or existing customer or a new customer, whatever it may be, we need to activate it. It is mandatory.
Mandatory.
Because it is used to calculate all the things, whatever you had maintained in master data.
Okay.
Now, so that means in credit limit check, what we are doing is we are adding some document values. Here you can see this. For existing one, you can see this. What document values we need to add? Statical check of credit exposure, maximum document value. That means from sales and distribution, if you take any document, dynamic limit of credit horizon, dunning level, age of oldest open items if it is a existing customer, payment behavior summary if he is a existing customer. So all these things first we need to add. Then to control this credit check rule, we have one more element called automatic credit control. Under sales and distribution, you can define automatic credit control. So here we are going to specify some values for this check rules and some body applications we need to activate, and also we need to integrate accounts receivables and sales and distribution, and we need to post the transaction. Then the system will calculate the total credit exposure. So now till now what we have done is we have done master data synchronization, that is very clear, and also we had discussed regarding to that master data under credit risk monitoring, what elements we need to add to calculate the credit limit. And in the next step what we are going to discuss is we are going to discuss what is credit limit check and which body applications we need to activate, and also accounts receivable integration and sales and distribution integration. So regarding to this session, if you have any doubts, please note it down while running the recording. And my kind suggestion is you get the access by the end of the day today itself. So please do the practice immediately. And if you are facing any issues, please forward it to me.
And